Hi, Wheel of Time fans. Welcome to Tori Talks with Dr. S. I'm Tori. This is Dr. S. And today we are going to reveal our top 5 favorite scenes from Wheel of Time. There's a lot of scenes, so we really narrowed it down. Now, I will tell you, the scenes from season 2 are a little more fresh in my mind, so I only have scenes from season 2. Just throwing that out there. Doesn't mean that season 1 didn't have amazing scenes. I just don't remember. And I was lazy and didn't go back and watch. But anyway, also, we don't know each other's lists, so kind of fun that way. So we're just going to go from 5 to 1.
Yes.
I'm really excited about this for some reason. This one is really exciting. Okay, you ready? So, do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to start with a guilty pleasure scene. So I feel a little bad about this one because I feel like I should have chosen important scenes or scenes where big reveals happen, stuff like that. But I just really love the scene where Lan's training with no shirt on.
I love it. I love it so much.
And then the brown Ajas are like talking about him.
Yes.
It's such a the show's very serious. I mean, there's end of the world dilemmas happening. So I love comic relief and also seeing shirtless Lan.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
So that's favorite is a loaded word.
Right.
It can be your favorite because you just enjoyed seeing it, or it can be because you're like, that really moved me. I mean, there's lots of reasons for it being your favorite. Right?
I remember it. That's enough for me.
Yeah.
It's when you said it, I didn't give a lot of thought to it. I was like, well, I'm just gonna say what.
Same.
If I remember it, then I must have really enjoyed it.
Yes, for whatever reason. You don't have to even explain yourself.
Thank you.
Obviously, that one you don't have to explain. It's Lan, man. Okay, my number 5 is when Hopper tells Perrin his name in their little wolf, telepathy. Okay, so he's seeing the vision with Elias. He sees the vision of Hopper jumping in, and that's when he's kind of smiling, and he says, his name's Hopper. And then Elias is like, close enough. I still want to know his full name, because apparently he has a full name. But I said in our review video that I didn't see a lot of smiling from Perrin. I mean, he's been through so much, so I get it. But there was just pure glee when that happened. And when he can name it. I'm a wolf brother, you know? And then his eyes were yellow. And just that whole scene of him discovering himself. But specifically because I love Hopper so much, it's when that's how I see it. Hopper said, okay, this is my name. Like, he told him his name.
Then that's how they, connected. That's how they became bonded. Yes. Oh, that's sweet. I love that.
We got different reasons, right? Because I just thought that was so sweet. Okay, what's your number 4?
So I'm realizing my next one's also kind of guilty pleasure, but it's okay.
I love it.
Okay, so this next one is when it's like the dream sequence when Lanfear and Rand are having their sexy interaction.
Yes.
The whole thing was cool, right? Because even from the cliffhanger of the episode prior, it just ended on that.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, what's going to happen here? And then the next episode, it carried over and there was the interaction. And Rand had his moment of kind of taking control, sort of saying well, if you want this, you need to do this type thing. I know, just that whole scene. And they both looked amazing. There's all this tension.
No explanation needed.
Yes, good one. It was a good
one. You
one.
got 2 hot people.
So hot.
And all this sexual
tension. Yes.
Ooh, good one.
Yes. So I just remember it.
That says it all.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Good one. Thanks. My number 4 is the Dark Social. The whole sequence of it. And it was the very first scene we saw from season 2.
Yes.
So all of it. But specifically when the little girl goes under the table and you just get a glimpse of the lower half of this dark friend circle of people. And I was, on 5th watch, really, I noticed, I think there's a white cloak there because there's somebody who's just in all white. So anyway, not but how much fun was it trying to figure out?
So much fun.
So it was actually just a fun little mystery and puzzle for us to put together. It was a talking point for sure.
For sure, yes.
It had a lot of conversations. We still don't know who the Tinker is, and you have the best theory of who it is.
And we didn't revisit that Dark Social,
right?
Which I was surprised. I really thought it was gonna be a bookend type thing, but I guess maybe that's not what's supposed to be.
Nice that they pan up and you see their faces,
some confirmation, of who's who.
Because I know that the Shannara they show then it's Inktar. I'm
Yes.
guessing because now we know that Inktar's a dark friend, but they didn't say that in
No.
the show.
But then also, it could be multiple.
It could
Doesn't mean there's only one.
right. That's true. That's
right.
A really
So
good
then
point,
we
yeah.
don't. Yeah. So then, because then I was seeing. I think somebody said that later, like, oh, just because there's one Black Aja doesn't mean there's not.
Because Black Aja is actually plural.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So
Right. There can't be just one. So who's at the table? We don't even know that it's Leandrin at the table.
right. And it was the first time when I saw that scene, when I saw the ring, and I said that looks like an Aes Sedai ring.
Yeah.
So that's when things for me really started to get interesting, and that's the very first scene.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this season's gonna be so good. So
Yes.
love the way it was shot. I loved everything about it. All
Yes.
right. How about you?
Okay, so
Next.
my number 3 is the scene in which, okay, so picture it. Egwene is in the cell,
Uh-huh.
and Rena is trying to explain to her the logic of this whole Shan thing, and like why, the Empress has a vision, and this is what's supposed to be, and Rena, in her eyes, she thinks, oh, once she understands, she's gonna like follow along, and Egwene says, I'm gonna kill you.
Yes. Go Egwene. Oh yeah.
I love that scene.
Oh yeah.
And Rena just thinking like, oh yeah, no, she just has to be, someone just has to explain to her in the right way, and she's gonna get it, and like we're gonna bond.
Shut up.
Egwene, so good.
So good this season. Oh my gosh. I will never get that out of my head. Well, I will tell you my number 3 most favorite scene has to do with Egwene. But it's when she takes out Ren.
Yeah.
So, the first part of it, when she puts the Adam on her, and then she's talking, she's kind of like saying her piece and like sticking it to her. And then the whole last part where she has her hung up there and she's slowly dying and she says nothing.
No.
She's like, take it. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. It was just satisfying. It was, and yes, I know in the books it's not supposed to be that way, but even better because of a scene like that. And she did kill her. So,
yes. And how badass was it that Egwene was like, I'm just going to feel the pain until you die.
I'll take it.
Because I'm going to make it longer than you are. Because I'm unbreakable.
And just, that was, what was born out of that was a very new Egwene.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, loved it. Okay, we're getting down there. So what's your number 2 most favorite scene?
Okay, so my number 2, which was a very close number 1, like I had to make a choice, but it was the scene where Matt blows the horn.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to say that's mine too.
Number 2?
Yep.
Oh, so good, right?
It was powerful and Matt finally got his shining moment. Yes.
It was so well done where he's like, also because we just assumed, and we're supposed to know by now, don't assume anything, right?
Yeah.
Like, everything needs to be really picked apart, like every single word, that he's going to run it up to Rand and only Rand could blow it, and not here, but at the last battle, like all the stuff that we assumed, and he's just like, oh crap, I'm going to die if I don't blow it.
I gotta do something.
I'll just blow the horn. Might as well blow the horn.
Yeah. And the way it was shot, too, with those soldiers coming at him, but it wasn't even just slow-mo. It was, like, super slow-mo. Like, it was almost like they were still. Like, they were, and then what comes from it is you see that, the heroes of the horn appear.
Yes.
And he says, I remember. And it was just so
the I remember
emotional.
was so good. Yes,
it was
got
so
chills
touching.
all over.
Yeah, the whole thing for Matt where you're just finally like, you got your spotlight, too. Where Egwene got, her big moment, too. I mean, it was in the saddest way possible, but...
And we got to see Uno, and we got to see Steppen, like, part of that. So, like, just that whole scene, like, so many rewarding, satisfying things happened in that sequence, so...
Who knew he would be the one? But just the fact that he made a choice, and it was a great choice. He just like, I have to do something, and I'm so glad. So that was both our... Yes, I actually have swapped that. It was my number 1, and I put it back to 2. I went back and forth, so...
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, you ready to reveal? This is your number 1 most favorite scene.
Yes.
This is a big deal.
Yes.
Are you excited?
So mine is from season 1.
Okay. Oh, good.
So, and I had I was between this same character involved, but either the season 1 or the season 2 big moment. But I went with the scene when Nynaeve screams and heals everyone.
Oh, of course.
So I was back and forth with like her season 2 big scene, but this one was just like her first big scene. And I just was like, I just remember like that's when I saw like what she was going to be capable of. So yeah.
I felt the same way. That happened. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now I know what you really are
Mhm.
and how powerful you
Yeah.
are. Yeah. So then we got to
and it was so
really.
emotional, and it was like because she was saving land.
Oh,
Yeah, so good.
that's a really good one. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yes.
Nynaeve. Okay, my number one most favorite scene of all is Rand in the pack at the very last episode of season 2. This is when he's standing there. You got that like fiery dragon.
Yes.
They're on top. They just defeated everybody that they needed to defeat. There's people cheering
Mhm.
down below. There, Avienda says "Kara Kara." It's just this really big moment because the whole first season is who's the dragon reborn? Who's the dragon reborn? And I felt like we were just like it was underwhelming
Yeah.
that he was the dragon reborn, but then this kind of brought it all to like the moment, even from season 1 that I had been waiting for was like this
Mhm.
big moment, and then now
Yes.
they all know he's the dragon reborn.
Yes.
So because that's like something I feel like I've been waiting for 2 seasons,
Mm-hmm.
and just how it was shot, the aerial view. They even had the like Uno and all them. They were looking at them proudly, and then they kind of like disappeared
Yeah.
or whatever. But that was our Two Rivers folk with Elaine,
Yeah.
and it felt like full circle or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both
And-
that and kind of the start of something new,
yes.
right? Like it had closure, but then now it's like, okay, so the next book, whatever we get to see, is going to be like now they're together.
Yes.
I hope.
I hope they stay together. Please
I
stop
feel like
splitting them up.
I think they have to split up though.
Yeah. That's true,
It's
right?
just part of the
Makes
trope
good
of
television.
yeah, it's part of the trope of like fantasy in general. I think they just break. They keep doing that,
Right.
right?
What's also cool about that scene is that it's kind of on Moraine and Lan from afar, kind of looking up at that. I mean, she helps with the ships or whatever, but
Mhm.
just kind of like they had something to do with that, so they
Yeah.
get to look on proudly, but not steal the moment from that. Like,
Right.
it's them.
Right, and they're always like Maureen says, like we support him.
Yeah,
So yeah, it made sense.
and he's up there above
Yeah.
everybody. Just a big moment.
That was
Okay.
a good one.
Yeah. That was fun to relive. I
Yeah.
feel like maybe we missed it more than we thought we did.
I
We
know.
missed the
I
series.
think you're right.
Please don't make us wait like 2 years. Okay.
No.
All right. Well, that will do it for today. Let us know what your list is. And we have another video coming out. We're just going to do some predictions about who's probably going to hook up. Maybe couple up. Maybe make it more romantic than that. But stay tuned for that. And we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.